Jammy Talk. It's a new series that we're going to be featuring from time to time where Jeff and I get together in our jammies and we talk about something important. So, without any further ado, here's the first episode of Jammy Talk. Hello and welcome to our first episode of Jammy Talk. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Ann. What are we going to talk about on Jammy Talk today?
Today, for our very first episode of Jammy Talk, we're going to talk about those shoes that I bought us to go on vacation this past summer.
Yes?
Remember, I kept doing videos showing us going through the different towns.
I do.
Paris and Provence and Nice. And all of a sudden, mostly you were wearing different shoes. Remember that?
I do.
That was something else.
Well, we were doing a lot of walking. When you go to Europe, you usually end up lots and lots of walking, more than normal. So
I think we walked over 100 miles on
Yes.
that last trip.
I think you're right.
So I kept promising you in all of our past videos that one day we would tell you about what happened with Jeff's shoes, and mine for that matter too. So here are some of the reviews that I found online. Are Cariumas worth it? You would think these are popular sneakers. Everybody talking about how wonderful Cariuma sneakers are. To say that Cariuma's sneakers are comfortable would be a serious understatement. This person says they believe they're the most comfortable shoes they've ever had the pleasure of wearing. So I read all of these things before I ordered our sneakers. Worth the splurge. I mean, with reviews like these, how can you go wrong? They are sustainable shoes. This was impressive. Here, this is where it says, don't need a break-in period, comfy from the start. So, these are the reviews that I read before I purchased the shoes. Everything looks wonderful on their website. So, Jeff, first, let's show them how we both felt about those shoes when I first bought them, okay?
Okay.
So our Cariumas have arrived. I read about these online. So many people have talked about wearing Cariumas when they go on trips where they're going to be doing a lot of walking. So I ordered a pair for both Jeff and I. So let's take a look at the shoes. Ah, these are Jeff's. Jeff ordered black. Jeff wanted black on black. Very handsome shoe. I can't wait till he gets home to try them on. This is great. Okay, let's take a look at my shoes. Mine are the off-white low cut. Beautiful. Now to try them on. Oh my God, these are so comfortable. Truly like walking on clouds. I think they will work perfectly for our vacation to France.
Well, Anne has gotten me these new Cariuma shoes, and we are going on a trip. So I have been wearing them at the office for about a week, and I am so excited to explore Paris wearing my new Cariuma shoes. They're supposed to be so comfortable.
Okay, so these are my Cariumas.
And here are my Cariumas.
Okay, so we decided when we went to France this time, we were gone for 16 days, and we decided to just pack these shoes and one pair. For me, I packed a pair of dressy shoes, very dressy shoes, and this. We had no other shoes with us.
We were trying to travel light because we were doing carry-on luggage.
Exactly.
So normally we would have taken 2 or 3 pairs of shoes, but we heard so much about these shoes, we thought, let's just wear this one new pair of Cariumas.
And I just had that one pair of dressy shoes, just in case we had some place that we went to dinner or something where we couldn't just wear the Cariumas.
Right.
So we put the Cariumas on. We went to the airport the day that we left. Everything was fine. We got to Paris, and we were in Paris. We got there late in the afternoon, I believe, and so we still wore the shoes, went out to dinner, went back to our Airbnb.
And we saw other people at the airport wearing the Cariumas also. So we thought we'd done the right thing.
So we got back to our hotel that night and everything was fine. The next day we took the train to Fontainebleau.
Fontainebleau, that's a lovely chateau.
Well, it was wonderful. We went there to meet a friend who at the last minute couldn't meet us. But while we were in Fontainebleau, we wandered around this beautiful chateau. If you haven't seen that video, be sure to go back and see that video next after this one. So we spent an entire morning wandering around one of the most beautiful chateaus that I have ever seen in Fontainebleau. Well, at the end of that day, we got back on the train, we went back to Paris, we went to, where did we go? We went to Chanel.
We did.
We had champagne at Chanel and did some shopping.
Yep.
And then we went to the Ritz, the Hotel Ritz, and we had
To the Hemingway bar.
to the Hemingway bar, and then we had dinner,
Yep.
and then we walked back to our hotel. The next morning, when we woke up, our feet were really sore. Very, very sore. So, how did your feet felt sore too, didn't they?
My feet felt very sore also.
So, I took off my shoes, and I had been wearing socks under them because, you know, with new sneakers, you don't want to wear them with no socks, because I was afraid I would get a blister. I took off the socks, and my little toe was missing a toenail.
Where did it go?
I have no idea. I wasn't even in the sock, and I said that to you. Oh my God, look, my toenail's missing a toenail.
And And I then checked my feet, and as I took off my sock, my little toenail was torn right in half and hurt like crazy.
Now, we had no other shoes.
And our feet were fairly sore.
Yes, well, we put them back on again. By the time we got to our Airbnb in Nice, our feet were hurting so bad. Jeff walked down to the grocery store, and he bought flip-flops. You know, flip-flops, those thongs with the thing between your big toe? So he bought those, and we walked around in Nice for that day, both of us wearing flip-flops. No matter where we went, our footwear was just flip-flops. So if it was a nice restaurant, flip-flops. Well, then the flip-flop, the thing that goes between your toes, that was starting to hurt our toes. So we had to get rid of the flip-flops. So back Jeff went to the grocery store, and this time my feet hurt too much to go anywhere. So this was like first thing in the morning. The next morning, he went down to the grocery store, and he comes back with these. These are like pool slippers. I think you paid, what, 10 euros for these?
10 euros for pool slippers. And this was my very chic footwear that I wore for the rest of our European vacation.
So this is what he's resorted to. Yes, those are like pool shoes. And he has sneaker socks under them.
So I'm not going to blame it on the shoes, but it turns out that we put the shoes on without breaking them in and walked almost 20,000 steps at one day at the Fontainebleau. Now the Fontainebleau is beautiful, however, my feet came back a bloody mess. So I have now changed to a more leisurely set of pool flip-flops because it's the only thing I can put on my feet. It doesn't feel like I'm walking on broken glass with each painful step forward. I mean, you could just like sit still and it would still hurt. But I love vacation. Did I look like an American? Absolutely. Was I disappointed? Absolutely. But it's the only thing I could wear because my other shoes, my Cariumas, hurt so bad I couldn't put them back on.
And you couldn't wear the flip-flops.
I couldn't wear the flip-flops, so I was down to pool slippers.
So, and the flip-flops were bothering me too. But I sort of persevered for a little while with the flip-flops. And then we got downtown somewhere, and I found these in some inexpensive, I don't know, it was like a tourist place. These were, I think, 10 euros.
10 euros
as well.
also.
Now, I picked these because the day before when we had gone to Chanel, I noticed that their new line of shoes had all these big pearls on the back of them, and I thought, okay, well, I'll look like I went to Chanel and I bought fancy flat shoes.
Yes.
So we ended up having to wear these 10 euro shoes for the rest of our 16-day vacation. Neither one of us could get these shoes back on. Every restaurant we went to, we wore those shoes. When Jeff went to Moulin Rouge,
Moulin Rouge, here we come.
He was all dressed up, but those were on his feet, and these were on my feet. So, back to the Cariumas.
Yes.
I bought the Cariumas because months before I had been trying to do research on the best shoes to buy if you're going to be doing a lot of walking. And normally I have several pairs of Toms. I wear white ones, black ones, and they are so comfortable. I've had them for years, and they're the best. But yet I heard people raving about Cariumas, and if you go to the Cariuma website, the reviews are like glowing, and you think, oh my God, these are going to feel fantastic forever. I haven't been able to put these shoes back on since our trip to France. Have you?
No. I've worn other shoes. Now, it could have been that we didn't break them in, but the difficulty was we didn't have a backup pair of shoes with us.
Right.
So the real message here is these hurt because we didn't break them in, and we didn't bring a really comfortable pair of shoes for all the walking we were doing.
And by the time we got back, it was really too late to return these because we got back pretty much almost a month later.
Yeah.
Here is their return policy. So as you can see, they can't be returned if they have been worn. The shoes.
Yeah.
So we ended up keeping them. I have still seen people raving about these shoes, and I laugh. Maybe they're wonderful if you're not walking 100 miles on a vacation.
Yes.
But I don't even give these a 5 out of 10. What would you give them?
I might give them a 2.5 out of 10. And I think make sure they're really well broken in, because I wore them for 2 weeks, but that wasn't enough to really get my feet used to the Cariumas.
I know. I mean, you'd think 2 weeks of wearing them day and night, they'd be broken in.
Not so much.
Now, maybe the secret is you buy them a half size bigger or a whole size bigger. I have no idea, but when I went shopping for these, it didn't say on the website, these run small, size up. None of the reviews that I read before I bought these said size up or you're going to lose your toenail.
Oh, the toenail part, that was a surprise, yeah.
No.
Where's my toenail? Ouch.
I will admit though, it made some of the videos that we did from France entertaining because you had these shoes, these pool slippers on everywhere that your feet were seen.
At some of the fanciest restaurants in Paris, here I was walking in with my pool shoes.
And even in Nice,
Yes.
the Blanchois. This is
At the Blanchois. Monsieur, you are here for dinner or are you here to swim? No, I don't want to swim. I want to eat. I want to eat. Why are you wearing your pool slippers, sir? Because my feet, they hurt so bad.
Well, that's it for this episode of Jammy Talk. We hope that this was helpful, or if nothing else, it gave you a reason to laugh today.
Yes.
So thank you so much for watching. Tune in. We'll come back with another Jammy Talk and have another enlightening conversation. If you've got any suggestions on things you'd like us to discuss in Jammy Talk, be sure to leave them below.
Au revoir.
Bye for now.
Au revoir.
Signing off from Jammy Talk. In my next video, we're heading off on a celebrity cruise to Key West, Florida and Nassau in the Bahamas. We'll be sure to take you with us, so check back next week.